Howdy y'all, welcome to my channel. Today I will be sharing with you how I created this fun thankful card. So let's begin. I have already used these dies to cut out these feathers. Now that that's done, I'm going to bring in my spray box and I'm going to place the cut feathers inside the box. Now with these cut feathers, what we're going to do is bring in some Dylusions ink spray. We're going to bring in Peony blush along with melted chocolate and vibrant turquoise. We're going for a fall look with these colors. Now we're going to take our feathers out and we're going to set them aside to dry. Because they are inky, since, well, we use the ink spray, I'm just going to use some tweezers to pick them up and place them in a sheet of printer paper. While that's drying, what we're going to do is we're going to bring out some Kraft cardstock that has already been folded and scored to an A2 size card, along with some, I don't know if you can tell, this piece has been embossed using this embossing folder, which is by Park Lane. It's called Woodgrain. I believe I got this embossing folder at Joann's, but if I can find another embossing folder or even this one, I will link it in the description box below. And I have die cut, I have taken this die and I have cut this piece that says thanks. I have also done the same thing with this foam sheet, and I'm going to back the paper, the cardstock, onto the foam sheet piece and place it on our card panel. And this is just fun foam that I cut this sentiment out of. So I'm going to take the cardstock and I'm going to place it over the foam piece. I'm going to use my Spellbinders Tool-in-One to help me remove the adhesive backing. Okay. Oh, we need to pop that part of the A out. Now we're going to place that over the foam sheet. This will help add dimension to our word die cut. Just need to pop the rest of the little foam parts out that, well, don't need to be there. We can do the rest of that when it's time to put this on our card front. We're going to use this watercolor paper and we're going to bring in our spray bottle and spritz it. And then we're going to place this inside our embossing folder. What spraying it does to the cardstock when it's run through the embossing folder is it makes it so that it doesn't rip. Like, I don't know if you've had that experience where your card stock piece is ripping because, you know, the impression that was created is just too deep or something. So that's why we're using that. So So we now have this card front, which has been embossed and of course debossed, depending on which side you choose to use. Now we are taking our hemp twine and we're going to wrap that around our card front. We're going to use some washi tape to help us hold that in place. I prefer that we use the debossed side. So that means we're going to take our washi tape and we're going to take this piece of our twine and we're just going to stick that right there. Then we're going to place that right there, and we're going to place one more around it. Yeah. And then we're going to just trim this piece off and place another bit of washi tape on this end. And now we're going to bring in some 3M foam. This is adhesive foam tape, and we're just going to place that on the back of this little panel. Now you will want to make sure you have some in the center because you don't want your center to dip. Then you will want some right here and at the bottom. Now this piece is ready to go on the front of our card. Just have to remove the backing. Okay, so we're just going to put that right here. We're going to actually bring in our T-square to help us make sure we get this nice and straight. There we go. Now we're going to check on those feathers that we sprayed ink on earlier. Okay, so we will be able to use these on our card front. We are going to use our Barely Art Precision Craft Glue to glue this feather down. Okay, so now we're going to place that down. Right there. Now we are going to stick our other feathers on top of this, and we're going to use some of that foam tape for that. Okay. So there's that. Now we're going to bring in some tarnished brass, and we're going to put that in our palette, and we will flick some of the tarnished brass onto our card front. So we're going to use a toothbrush, and we're going to place this right back in here. We're going to stick some printer paper behind it, and we're going to use our water bottle. Okay. Then we're going to take our finger and just kind of flick that onto our card base. And there you go. Perfect for a fall card. So now what we're going to do is we're going to finish up our card. We're going to do that by bringing in our little thanks, and also we are bringing in some Robin's Nest Dewdrops, which I already have in our little jar, in our little tray. I'm gonna place the word thanks on our card base first, right here. I might need, hang on, I'm gonna place that right here. So there is our card, but it needs just a little more embellishing with the Robin's Nest Dewdrops. We're just going to use some liquid glass to lay that down, and we're going to place those, we're going to put the liquid glass onto our panel. We're just going to kind of scatter around where our dewdrops are going to go. So wherever we placed the adhesive is where our dewdrops are going to go. Our dewdrops just happen to be upside down. They fall better that way, I guess. When you're taking them out of the jar. Stick some of these black dewdrops in there too, since we have them. There you go. There's our card. Thank you for sticking with me to the end of the video. I will include a list of the supplies used in the description box below. I hope y'all stay safe, stay healthy, stay crafty. Bye!